Oh, far out, I look tired. Well, that's because I am. Oh, for goodness sakes. Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Naomi from Pyjama and today we're going to be sewing. If you watched my last video, I used this fabric to sew myself some pajamas, and I'm going to be using the leftovers today to make a little soft toy for a foster dog that we'll be looking after for a few weeks while Vic's parents are away. I'm going to be using this fabric, as I said, and also because I need a little bit of black, I'm going to be using these old jeans of mine that just a couple of weeks ago I ended up ripping. All my jeans rip in the same area, which is the bum area, the crotch area. So I don't want to throw out anything that I could still upcycle into other things. I've found a free pattern online and printed it out, and it's from Swoots and Says. If you want to have a look at it, I'll put a link to it in my description. You just have to sign up to their newsletter, and then that's how you get access to the free patterns. But anyway, it's all in the description. I will be making a few alterations, but please understand that this is not me selling the pattern as my own. Now, I had a big piece of this fabric left over, and this is not what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using the little offcuts. So I've got a fair bit of it. So yeah, these are just the offcuts in between the pieces. So let's get started. I'm going to start by cutting the biggest pieces because they're the ones I have to work around. So just try and use up the least amount of fabric possible. This one, that might work. And then I need to cut two of this one. So if I do that, yes, that'll fit just fine. Oh yeah, there's heaps of fabric because I still have all this to cut out the little legs and stuff. The face I'm going to do out of this, which is the black fabric. I think I just need the one, so I'll just use the leg. This bit of the leg here. I'm sure that will be more than enough. And then also the ears. I really need to buy an iron. I'm going to do more of this stuff. So it needs to be on the fold and two of them. Let's start with that. I'm actually not going to be following the instructions at all. I'm just going to work it out as I go, just because that's how I like to work, and I think it's going to end up looking a little bit different. I'm going to make the ears black as well. I am actually going to be using my poly filler that I used to use for knitted toys that I made, and I'm looking forward to finishing that off. And then eventually, if I do want, I'll be keeping this sort of cabbage coleslaw when it's this small, and eventually I will be using those if I do end up making any more plush toys, soft plush toys, whatever you call them, instead of the polyester. At the moment I'm not keeping them because I do have all that polyester filler, which I don't want to throw out for no good reason. Now, it says to do them in black, the legs, but I want to use up more of this fabric, right? So I'll just do them in this fabric. There's also a little bit of embroidery involved. So I needed 4 of these, and I've got 4. 4 of these, and I've got 4. Now, I was supposed to only cut 1 of these, but I cut 2. Then I need 1 of these and 2 of these. So there was an eye one somewhere. Here. Do I want to do an eye one? Look, I'll just cut it out, and I'll cut that one there and that one there. And if I decide to use it, I'll use it. If not, it says to use white, but look. So far, I'm not following their color suggestions, so I will continue that on that. So the reason I'm doing a sheep is because the little Benji that we're going to be looking after isn't that little. He is a Kelpie, and Kelpies in Australia, I don't know if they're everywhere, but are working dogs on farms and stuff, so I quite like the idea of making a farm animal. If you didn't see last week's video, this is the fluffy side and this is the non-fluffy side. I'm not sure whether I want the fluffy side or the non-fluffy side on the outside for this toy. I guess I need to make that decision quickly because I'm getting to that point. So I think we start by appliquing the face through the body like that. Then the eyes were to be done like that and then embroidered. I don't think the eyes are gonna work. And then the embroidered nose and mouth. So I think I'll embroider the eyes as well myself. I think I might actually applique this on with a zigzag stitch. Theoretically, it's going to stop it from fraying. Now, I still haven't decided if I'm doing it this way or this way. So I might make the front of it the soft fabric. So it feels like a wool, fleecy. And then on this side, on the back side, I might do this one. Just so I see both pieces of fabric. Okay, because the different types of fabrics, they are stretching differently when I'm sewing them on, but that's okay. Okay, now I'll go back and do those ears. It's hard with black fabrics, but there's a little bit of a fold there because of the different types of fabrics stretching at a different rate. That's okay, I guess it was to be expected. I just didn't expect it. I'm taking it slow so I can try and stay as close to the edge as possible. When you're doing it against a low contrast piece of fabric, it does make it harder to see where the edge of the fabric is. So, if you're doing this one, maybe the black and white idea was a good idea. Here he is. Looking quite cute. I have plenty of this thread left. I just do a little line. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to do a back stitch, I think. Let's see how that works. It wasn't very straight, but never mind. There we go. I'll see if I have any white for his eyes. I didn't center that very well. It's okay. It's okay if he's quirky. He's unique. It's confusing me. I feel like it looks more like a bear than a sheep. We have an eye. All right, I'm gonna try and do this. Replicate that in the same side, other side. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. It's not quite symmetrical. They'll do though. I think they'll be fine. I don't think Benji will mind. Next job is the legs. We'll sew them together and then stuff them. Just trying to decide if I want them to be on the fluffy side or on the non-fluffy side. I'm going to go with the non-fluffy side. It's not giving me much room to stuff. I might have to start from here. How am I going to stuff this? Do I have to start really low, like down here? Maybe I'm not supposed to stuff them. I don't know. Before I continue on, I'm going to try stuffing this one. I need to turn it inside in. And that's going to prove to be the problem, I think. I'm glad I tested this instead of continuing on and doing all four of them. Oh, well, that was painful. Let's try it now. Now, was that the small one? That was the big one. I'm gonna have to do 4 of these sized ones because there's no way I can do the small one like that. If I followed the pattern, they probably explain how to do this. All right, we have one leg, and that was this one. I don't think I can do these smaller ones. Okay, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try putting them wrong sides together and then zigzag stitching all the way around. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stuff them though. I think it'll be okay. All right, well, I'm gonna continue doing those legs like I just did them, and I'll be back once I've got 4 legs. I have done all the legs, and I also had lunge. So, you know, kicking goals over here. So the next step will be to put the legs where I want them. And then sandwich them in this. Between. I'm going to leave an opening around here somewhere. And I'm just going to sew all the way around. And then I'll clip the corners just there, so it and maybe put little clips there so that it will turn in nicely, and then turn it around. Where the legs are, I'm going to add a pin just so they don't move while I'm sewing away. So when I turn it around, right, the legs will be sticking out. It'll look better than that, but anyway, they'll be sticking out. And actually I might go over backwards and forwards over the legs. To add a bit of strength. Here, here, I won't do that one yet. So in every corner, normally I would cut closer to the sewing line here, but I don't think we need to do that because it is going to be stuffed. So let's turn it around. Let's see how it looks. Okay, all right, look, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I'm gonna suggest that you probably want to follow the pattern because I haven't, and it doesn't look amazing. I'm wondering if it would be better for me to just do the same principle as this. So I had decided to unpick it and try again doing it the same way as the legs, and I remembered that I cut into each corner. I'm going to do it anyway because I'm really unhappy with it. This was supposed to be a fun, easy thing, and I'm just making it so much more complicated than it needed to be. Like I said, I don't think Benji will care. And yet here I am unpicking. I don't want anyone making fun of Benji because of his terrible toy. God. Oh, for goodness sakes. Why can't I unpick you? I didn't like how the legs went into all different directions, so I thought that would be cute. And I was wrong. I'd rather be happy with it than be finished with it. So if this project's taught me anything, it's that I should probably just suck it up and read the instructions. I've unpicked it and it's starting to really fray, so I'm a bit nervous about what do I do. I could just cut it a little bit smaller in the parts that are really frayed, and it's going to be cut. See how it's cut here, for example. I'm going to need to cut it a little bit closer in anyway, right? It'll be funny if he doesn't even like toys and doesn't want anything to do with this thing. I'll be kicking myself for wasting all this time. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just make this a little bit. Yeah, see? That's solved the issue. And here I can probably just take a little bit more because of the fraying. Attempt this other option. If this doesn't work, I give up. Nearly forgot the legs. Ooh, it's messy. Yeah, it's messy. Bits of string everywhere. Okay, let's see. No, I think this one needs to be a bit lower. This time I'm doing zigzag stitch all the way around. Well, it doesn't look like a sheep. But you know what? I'm not gonna try and fix this again, because I don't even know if he's gonna play with it. So let's just wait and see if he likes it. If he likes toys, even. Oh no! Starting to wish I never came up with this idea of making this thing. It has been a journey. I don't even know if I've learned anything from it. Just that I don't want to make this ever again. This way was not a good idea either. I'll explain why. I had to go over the same spots over and over again because when I started stuffing it, look, it looks like I need to do it here again. It would come apart. Yeah. I'm actually thinking I'm going to go over the whole thing one more time. Just to strengthen it. I decided not to stuff it as much as I would have liked to because it was so precarious and it kept opening up new holes. This may well be one of the worst things I've ever made. Let's call it a day, guys. I am beyond ready to be done with this. Here it is. Look, I went into this with so much optimism and now I think it might be one of the worst things I've ever made. But he's kind of cute, so we'll forgive him. And I want to make it clear, it wasn't the pattern's fault. I did not read or follow the pattern. From the bits that I did read, this is meant to be easy enough for a kid to do. I just have tried on this channel before to follow a pattern and ended up just wasting an hour just trying to work out what they were trying to make me do. I thought I'd be smart, save myself a lot of time, and now I don't feel so smart. I don't even know if Benji likes toys yet, so we'll find out soon enough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out. I upload most Sundays with art, DIY and sewing videos, and I hope to see you then. Bye!